even though we don't know much about, like what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to be all the time and who we should be around all the time, who can be trusted, and can I even be trusted with myself? Even though we don't know a lot of the important things of life, the important things do get taken care of through what you may call grace or just the natural unfolding of the universe. We are taken care of, we as human beings, human family, and everything. I mean, everything in the universe is taken care of, and it's it's a it's a blessing to not know because you enjoy it more that way when you do get to enjoy. And so, if you do get to enjoy, be it'd be wise to be grateful about it. Some people don't get to enjoy because they don't know, and no one's here to show them that they're free, which is quite unfortunate because if you know that, if you really know that, not just as a okay, I'm living my life and like I have this thought in my mind that I'm free, but no, if you investigate what you are and you find that you are what you are, you're not in the boundaries of the fight between pleasure and pain, and you are truly beyond that, then and that's your experience and not just your thought, then you would know, you really know. Which is why we come here, which is why we come to Empower Hour, is to get to know the self beyond the uh, the story. And so I guess my question this morning is, even if just for today, how do you intend to know yourself beyond your story? Even if just for today, how do you intend to know yourself beyond your story, beyond mere concepts and ideas?
Oh shit. This is like sometimes when you say certain things like hit my head like a little bit like a lightning. So the thing that came up, and sometimes I need more time to process, but I'm just gonna go ahead. But like when you strip away all the labels, because you've been talking a lot about self-image and stuff like that, and that's been so good for me. But like when you take away all of the labels, it's like you get lighter and lighter. And it's like what's left when the layers are removed. And that also, for me, feels like freeing. So letting go of all of these labels that I've created, that I've called my identity.
That's
So
excellent.
I'll start with that.
Wonderful.
But let's see if it happens. But no, I'm just kidding.
No,
But yeah,
that's
exactly. When you let all of the labels, and I wrote down like so many labels one day, and I was like, wow. And then I started adding on. I was like, let me make myself even more important. Let me find some more labels to put. And I was just like, okay, stop.
that's
This is
that's
good.
interesting. That's interesting. I think I'm going to do that. Write the ones down that either I have given myself or other people have given me. But it's once they're gone, it's just the truth of who you really are. It's your true self.
Look at my mom talking about true self.
Gotta live in the truth.
Yeah.
Stop being what other people expect you to be, and what you labeled yourself as. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it will make you lighter when you don't have to even worry about those things or care about them.
Right.
Not even care about them. Yeah.
This is beautiful because, funny enough, in my dream, um, we were doing self-inquiry and discovering the truth together, and um, and this came up of the self-image. My dream body said, um, in my dream, it's all it is, just a self-image, a side. That's it. Um, and so it's funny that you all mentioned this. It's awesome that you all mentioned this. Okay.
It
So
is.
even if just for today, I intend to know myself beyond my story through the practice, but keep it light. The practice of this, of observing without the labels, observing without the self image. This is who I am. This is who you are. This is what life is, and it's fixed. Softening that, just observing, taking it in. Mad spiritual scientist.
In the lab.
Oh, indeed. That's awesome. Thank you.
Word.
I'll take mad scientist, spiritual scientist.
In Heaven's lab, copying answers off Jesus's paper.
What you do?
Yo, JC, what's the answer to number
When I'm living on this exam.
Oh, Queenie left.
it's
Probably
her internet
Yeah,
signal.
on
from
the
the
train.
being on the subway.
Yep.
Hold tight 1 second.
Okay. Oh.
Mom saw you left and she was like, hold tight. 1 second.
Okay, I'm back.
So
Welcome
is Queenie. Queenie's back too.
All
back.
right.
Yeah. That'll help with the connection.
Mhm.
Turning off the camera. And I intend to know myself beyond my story through a process of reminding myself of my true place, where I truly am. As many times as I notice that I'm living on behalf of my story instead of living on behalf of my truth, which is
Mhm.
not just my truth, which is beyond the concept of mine and yours. I will practice reminding myself that I am beyond this story. Just a gentle reminder and a decision to act on behalf of truth as much as I can. So let's get as comfortable as we can, as comfortable as you can, and just just sort of sink into the harmony with silence. Just sink into it. Silence is already here. Don't jump into stillness, just sort of sink. When you sink, the ground determines the speed. Let grace take care of the speed in which you arrive. Just sink. And don't, as you sink, don't hold any thoughts about it. Don't continue thinking on behalf of the story. Simply sink. Down, down, down. Not holding on to thoughts. If they come, just observe. Falling away. Falling away also from self-image. Allowing that to be what it is, which is an image. When sinking into yourself, you also sync up with yourself, your true self. As you allow spirit to awaken from beyond your personal consciousness, you become expanded yourself beyond your personal consciousness. Embrace this expanded self, the vastness of the stillness within. Somehow, your beingness contains the whole universe and yet disturbs no one. And when you zoom out and you can see the whole universe, it looks relatively still. It's not until you zoom in and start looking at particulars that it seems like it's moving. Zoom out from yourself, from your ideas, from your self-image, from even sensations. Zoom out from waiting and expecting. Just be here. Here means the heart of being. Where if you were moved while your eyes were closed to a different place, you are still here. Even if they take you to the moon, if they call you on the phone and say, "Where are you?" You say, "I am here." Allowing the sensation of the body moving through time to be what it is, just a sensation interpreted by the mind. For you are here witnessing time itself. But don't don't watch time. Keep the attention on yourself. Where am I seeing from? Going beyond the sensations and the feelings, not picking up any thoughts, simply looking and being still about it. Where am I seeing from? And carry this question with you as you go about your day. Let the question dissolve the seeker, dissolve the questioner. Do not give the question to the mind to find an answer. Let the question do its work. Where am I seeing from? How do I automatically already know the answer to any question? Where is it coming from? What is the source or the heart of being? If I am here, it must be somewhere within me. How to find it? Keep the attention on the unchanging. Allow the changeful to shift and play as it is. You remain as you are. Silent witness. Not only looking from the person, seeing from beyond. Let's take our deep breath. We're going to go in through the nose and out through the mouth together on the count of 3, signifying the end of the silent sitting, but not signifying the end of the truth or of freedom. For here and now cannot be taken away from you. The thoughts and feelings are simply visitors to the here and now, which do not leave, did not come, cannot fade, have no beginning and no ending, ever pure, in perfect harmony, cannot be disturbed and is disturbanceless. As we take our breath, merge with this. Let's go 1, 2, 3. In with peace. And out. Welcome to this moment, everyone. Ooh. Mm. Mm. Good, 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 good. We doing good out there? Out there in the world. Delaware, where you at? New York, New York, shout out. That's good. I also feel really good. Feel really good. Still a little hungry from conversation.
All the food. That was nice.
That's beautiful.
Damn it, so you were supposed to meditate away my hunger. Let's go of labels for a minute. Space. Then came back to the person. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Come back to the person. Person is an idea. The sensations that go along with what feels like my person are sensations. They come and go. They're not reliable to say, this is where I came back to. No, where are you now? There must come a point where we stop claiming these things haphazardly. That, I came back to my person. If you look for the person, you won't find anything. If I say, okay, well, what is the person doing now? You'll try to look, you won't say nothing because it's not real. You are real. And so in our unconscious sort of behavior or way of thinking, we give reality to the idea of, me, my person, my things, my world, your world, my God, your God, my likes and dislikes, all of these things we sort of give reality, but no, we are the real, you are the real. There's but one self in the entire universe, and it's yours. No matter how many bodies and things. Yeah. Is I feel my body and I'm still attached to it. Yes, yes. Take your time. Take your time with that. And I don't mean to sound like I'm getting on somebody. I'm more so just speaking on this thing that we all do. We all do. I do it. I do it. So I'm not, trying to attack you. I'm just attacking this idea of, then I came back to my person. Um, with detachment, just take your time, keep remembering, keep reminding yourself, that it's yeah, the blind spot. Yeah, just keep reminding yourself that you're beyond the story of the person is in a story. That's where the person is in the story. That's why we can't find it, because we're not telling the story anymore. Now we're looking we're looking we're looking sort of at the open book, but we're not reading it. We're like looking for the characters and they're not in there. You have to read it and give reality to it in your mind. That's how you find the person. And so when we stop reading and we get back to sort of reality and put the book down for a little bit, there is no person. I hope this metaphor really hits home too, because this is deep. you know? Yeah. Oh man. I just remembered. So it's funny. I that just remembered that I forgot a really nice quote that I wanted to bring here to this space today, but I don't. Yeah,
Well, we're in the
I
space
don't
today.
know, but I don't think I wrote it. I wrote it down or took a picture of it wherever I saw it from. Um, yeah, and I don't remember this thing, but it popped up that there was something really nice. But anyway,
You have to find it.
yeah, yeah, I think I saw it on Instagram. I follow a lot of pages that post like quotes from, you know,
Spiritual gurus.
spiritual gurus, yeah. And reinforces for me,
So there's a poem when we were you were talking about self-image and it sort of popped in my mind, and that's when I ran and grabbed my little Jovan poetry book,
Mhm.
and it says it starts at a time called birth and continues till a time called death. It's called life. It comes with no guarantees of 60 years or 60,000 miles, whichever comes first. And somehow they've even left out the instructions. You all, yes, all we get is life itself, and it's up to us to do the living.
I like it. Footprints
Footprints
in the mind.
in the mind.
Mm.
Yeah.
I often think about footprints in the sand too, because I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like since it started to make sense on a deeper level. I mean, it's not that I was lost when I was younger when it came to thinking about it, but the I really get it now. That so I don't know. So Tensi, do you know footprints in the sand story?
Well, I've seen footprints in the sand.
Good.
But
Well,
no.
then you know how the physical thing works. So there's a story. It's either a Bible story or a story surrounding the Bible, but it's basically a man walking with Christ. Um, walking, and they're walking on the beach. So they're walking across some sand, and
Leaving footprints as they
leaving
walked.
footprints behind them. There's two sets of footprints behind them, and through this walk, the man begins to continue to take this walk with Christ, but also sort of relive um, things in his mind through his life story, right? And he's talking with Christ, and he was and this happened, and he started to notice that every time he was living through a challenge or some sort of hardship or a struggle, that when he looked back, he only saw one pair of footprints in the sand. He only saw one pair, and then when everything is going good, then he saw two pairs of footprints. And he had to ask him, Lord Christ, why how come I was walking by myself when I was going through all of these challenges? And the Lord said, you were never by yourself. When you were going through struggles and challenges, I was carrying you.
That's when I was carrying you.
That's the footprints in the sand.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Isn't it?
That you're never alone. I'm
And I
always
just
here.
paraphrased it. I mean, the way that it's written is more poetic than how I can do off the top of my head. That's
But
essentially
that's good though. You did, yeah. That's the essence of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a video I was watching yesterday, and what the part that stuck out to me was when he was lamenting his challenges, when he was like, "Oh, this happened," and "Oh," and you know, maybe may have been judgmental of whatever transpired then in his reliving. That's when the footprints, you only saw one. Not as though the energy of source isn't present when you experience challenges, but it's just so much, it's so much stronger when, instead of, with the use of words, and feeling, instead of feeding the thought trains of, this is such a big challenge, this is, um, I'm struggling, uh, this is not good because, not good because, not enough
Mm-hmm.
because.
Asphalt, white line, tree, asphalt, car. Yeah.
Instead of doing that, if we were just silent when we experience those things, in terms of not feeding them with our words, at least, and also not trying not to feed them with our belief in thoughts. The thoughts can be there, but then there was greater power in the moment to be open to just know and experience, to know freedom is here, joy is here, the divine walks as me, with me, I am beyond this body. To know it, to be in that state of
Yeah.
receiving,
It's
that's
good.
where it's at.
It's good too that you said um the divine walks as me. That's good. You reminded me of uh why is God playing with me? No, God is playing as you. It's like, huh? Is that what's happening? Is that how it goes? No, God is playing as you, not playing with you, like some evil, immature child and taking the heads off of baby dolls. No, it's playing as you. If you're so sure God exists, how much God do you think lives in you? It's one of my favorite questions. If God is infinite, how much of God do you think is in you? And God is infinite, you know. wouldn't be somewhere, something that we can create in this universe that's beyond the infinite one. You know, which is yourself, which is your own self. There's nothing you've ever come across that you all automatically didn't ha- did, wasn't a part of.
This also reminds me of um, the concept of Ba in
Mm-hmm.
ancient Africa, ancient Egypt, etc., ancient Kemet. And the concept of Ba is, well, it's not just a concept, it's also a truth. And that there's this universal self that watches over and helps that not just watches over and go floating over and it's just there, but supports, gives life to, is always here with the body, um, a universal, infinite self, and the body is like, um, it's just what the focal point is, just where the experience focal point starts from.
There is a
So
there's a there was a painting at Howard University, and uh, Maurice, my first husband, took a picture of it, and then he put it on T-shirts. And I'm not sure if the painting was called Universal Unity, or he, put that on one of our family reunion T-shirts, and it was all of these people with no face, just the silhouette, and they had on these white robes, and they were all around the universe with their hands stretched as if they were uh, caring for us. Um, it's really nice. I'm going to try to find. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
somebody still has a T-shirt from that painting, but it was always just so. It was something that was so intriguing about it, like they were watching over us, and taking care of us. And that's what he called it, universal unity, because they were all um, surrounding the world
Mm-hmm.
and just like taking care of us.
yeah,
One blade of grass said to another blade of grass, "Don't worry, there's a whole field taking care of us."
Mm. Mm.
The blade of grass didn't believe him. And then one day, the weed whacker missed him, and he got to grow up real tall and see
All the other grass.
there's a whole field
You
taken care
know?
of.
Oh,
This
oh.
this field is the field of consciousness,
Mm.
the field of, or just the field of being, which is beyond conscious and unconscious.
mm,
Yeah.
Growing up is the process of waking up. As soon as you feel a call towards spirituality, the weed whacker has missed you. Grow strong.
Mm. I like that.
We are
Well,
out of here.
yeah, it
Yep.
was this was wonderful. Thank you so much. Love you both dearly.
love you always.
Yeah. Big hug.
Love you too.
All right.
Bye bye.